Hi, it's Gene, retired in Mexico, and we ask one question if you're new to this channel, which is, do they write them and sing them like they used to? Now, a lot of people, young and old, they think the old music is better, but I'm not so sure. And today we're doing a little flip. Instead of celebrating the music of the 21st century, which is our normal thing that we do here, we're taking some pot shots at the 70s pop charts just to provide balance. So the whole idea here is that my belief is there was good and bad music in the past, there's good and bad music today, and it's not that different. Okay. So I've had some people argue with me. That's fine as long as you're polite and state it as an opinion. I don't care. But this is for fun. Okay. Fun. Yeah, that's it. So don't take it too seriously. And you'll notice I'm all bundled up. Here in Mexico, we generally, most people don't have heating and cooling here, and it's a very chilly night. So it's freezing in here. I got the heater turn. I'm using the oven as a heater. Yeah. So anyway, most days are just beautiful here. And I wanted to also say that this is my opinion, and that's it. So we're going to do four songs. We're rapidly approaching the Sweet 16. We're doing this like an NCAA tournament. And so today we're going to do Ray Stevens from Clarkdale, Georgia, which is kind of close to the Tennessee border, and Maureen McGovern from Youngstown, Ohio. And then we will do the George Baker selection. George Baker is a pseudonym, and they're actually a Dutch band, a pop band. And then that will be pitted up against Cat Stevens from London, who I thought was of Greek descent, but I read on Wikipedia that his father was a Cypriot from Cyprus and his mother was Swedish. Yeah. And he was Greek Orthodox, and his mother was Baptist. So what did they do? They sent him to Catholic school. So interesting. I love it. Anyway, let's get right into it. This is Ray Stevens. The Streak.
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over there by the tomatoes, and here he come, running through the pole beans, through the fruits and vegetables, naked as a jaybird. And I hollered over to Ethel. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" And it's too late. She'd already been in the scenes.
Here comes
Boogie-da, boogie-da,
they go,
boogie-da, boogie-da.
and he ain't wearing no clothes.
Well, yes, they call him the Streak.
Boogie-da,
Fastest thing on 2 feet.
boogie-da.
He's just as proud as he can be of his anatomy. He gon' give us a peek. Well, yes, they call him the Streak. He likes to show off his physique. If there's an audience to be found, he'll be streaking it round, inviting public critique.
This is your Action News reporter once again, and we're here at the gas station. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, Dave. I was just in here getting my tires checked, and he just appeared out of the traffic. Come streaking around the grease right there. Didn't have nothing on but a smile. I looked in there, and Ethel was getting her cold drink. I hollered, "Don't look, Ethel!"
Once again, your Action News reporter in the booth at the gym covering the disturbance at the basketball playoff. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, Dave. Halftime, I was just going down there to get Ethel a snow cone. Here he come, right out of the cheap seats, dribbling, right down the middle of the court. Didn't have on nothing but his PA. Made a hook shot and got out through the concession stand. I hollered up at Ethel. I said, "Don't look, Ethel!" It was too late. She'd already got a free shot. Grandstand. Right there in front of the home page. Well, yes, they call him the Streak. Here it comes again. Who's that with him?
Ethel! Is that you,
He's
Ethel?
just as proud as he can be.
What do you think you're
His
doing?
anatomy, he gon' give us a
You
peek.
get your clothes on!
Well, yes, they call him the Streak.
Ethel, where you go?
He likes to show off his physique.
Ethel, you shameless hussy!
If there's an audience to be found, he'll be streaking it round, inviting
streak, but it's cold and you wouldn't like it.
There's got to be a morning after if we can hold on through the night. We have a chance to find the sunshine. Let's keep on looking for the light. Oh, can't you see the morning after? It's waiting right outside the storm. Why don't we cross the bridge together and find the place that's safe and warm? It's not too late. We should be giving. Only with love can we climb. It's not too late, not while we're living, be searching anymore. There's got to be a morning after. 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 There's got to be a morning
Hey. Well, I've made my decision. So now, Ray Stevens, The Streak, he had a bunch of other songs like Ahab, The Arab, and a lot of songs that haven't aged too well. But The Streak, which he was capitalizing on this fad. And it's one of the embarrassing things about the 70's, right? Is people used to take their clothes off and run through sporting events and the Academy Awards and everything else. And uh yeah, and people would get arrested. And it, I guess it's good that fad went away, but it's a little embarrassing. But he was trying to capitalize on the popularity of that and rush this out. And the problem with it is just a little bit too much hee haw. What do I mean by that? There was a TV show called Hee Haw. I'll put a picture up here. And yeah, it was just cornball humor. And so I'm sure the song was, I don't really remember my first impression of it, but I'm sure it was funny about maybe two and a half times. So one of my rules is if I had to play these songs 10 times in a row, back to back. So Maureen McGovern, this was the theme song to the Poseidon Adventure, which was a movie that I checked in. I've never seen that, but I checked into it. It got 7 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes, so people don't hate that movie. It was a disaster movie, kind of like kind of a precursor to the Titanic. And the song was very popular, so she went into the studio and did a version of this. This version was not used in the movie, but as you can see here from this picture here, it's 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So if I had to listen to this 10 times, it would only be 22 minutes of my life. So that's not too bad. I don't like the harpsichord in here, but her singing is fine. And I don't really hate, these songs at all. But I'm going to go ahead and advance the Ray Stevens. I think it's just a little more, a little dated, a little cringy. So that's my criteria. So yeah, that's it. When we get to the Sweet 16, I might do some community polls. We're starting to get some older viewers, and we might get some more reaction. But so we'll go next. Now, usually after the second or third song, there's an ad. So if you see a dissolve, I fade out, fade back in. It means I was trimming out an ad. For sure, there'll be one. But let's go ahead and listen to George Baker's selection. And this means white dove. Okay, we'll see if we get an ad here. Nope.
As I'm being followed by a moon shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow. And if I ever lose my hands, lose my plow, lose my land, oh, if I ever lose my hands, oh, I won't have to work no more. And if I ever lose my eyes, if my colors all run dry, yes, if I ever lose my eyes, oh, I won't have to cry no more. And if I ever lose my legs, I won't moan and I won't beg. Oh, if I ever lose my legs, oh, I won't have to walk no more. And if I ever lose my mouth, all my teeth, north and south, yes, if I ever lose my mouth, oh, I won't have to talk. Did it take long to find me? I asked the faithful light. Oh, did it take long to find me? And are you gonna stay the night? I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Shadow, moon shadow.
Okay, so yeah, that George Baker has kind of a real repetitive thing that I was kind of making fun of a little bit. Interesting two songs together because uh, Paloma Blanca talks a lot about the sun and this bird flying up to the sun, and then Cat Stevens talking about the moon. So they're kind of cool together. But if you listen to them sonically, boy, are they day and night, right? Because that Paloma Blanca is not really a great production. And this Cat Stevens song is gorgeous. So both of them have kind of odd lyrics. Um, yeah, I mean, if I lose my teeth north and south on this one. But I gotta say, like with the Cat Stevens, the melody is gorgeous, and I love the bridge. Man, that bridge right before the end of the song, that is fantastic. And you can hear those acoustic guitars and that tambourine in the right channel, and his voice is really good. So sonically, the Cat Stevens song is just beautiful. And the only possible objection is the lyrics. There's nothing else objectionable about the song, but Paloma Blanca has it's not really that great musically. Doesn't have as strong a melody, and it's kind of got that marching beat thing to it, kind of a flute in the beginning. I just don't care for the instrumentation as much. So we're going to advance the George Baker selection. And yeah, I think you guys will approve because Cat Stevens is immensely popular. And yeah, I prefer a song like Wild World or Peace Train lyrically, but sonically, Moon Shadow. Beautiful song. Love the melody. Kind of song that you still hear in your head afterwards. So that's it. Maybe you approve of my choices, maybe you don't. But either way, I hope you'll hit that like or subscribe button. It really helps. And as we say here in Bonita, Mexico, buen dia. Thanks for joining me on round 2.6. 2.6, 2.5, 2.6. I'm losing track. All right, thanks. Stephen sings of a series of hypothetical misfortunes, each involving the loss of a body part, and then comes up with a happy-go-lucky justification for not worrying about it. Hey, if he loses his hands, he'll never have to work again. If he goes blind, he won't have to cry. If he loses his mouth, all my teeth north and south, not to mention those on the sides, he won't have to talk. The joke here is far too obvious. We'll just move along. Oh, and then there's this moon shadow itself. Why is it following Cat? Is it trying to cut off his arm? And if so, could the moon shadow make sure it's the one Cat uses to write down his lyrics?